Good morning. I'm Anna Silverio, and I'm reporting live from CNN Atlanta at home. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we have been forced to stay home to ensure the health and safety of those around us. We're still going to have a great segment today. We're going to be talking to two scientists, Dr. Schumer and Dr. Keegan, who've done important research on the biology of hybrids. A hybrid is the offspring that is a result of two different species interbreeding. Hybrids are often less biologically fit for their environment than their counterparts, and they're also typically sterile, meaning they are unable to reproduce. We are going to get to learn a lot more about the biology of hybrids today, so here's our interviewer Justin and our first scientist, Dr. Schumer.
So our first interview is going to be with Dr. Schumer, widely known for her studies with various fish populations. Could you explain your background a bit and where you began your research?
I've actually been collecting research regarding fish hybrids for many years now. It has always interested me to understand how the offspring of two different species tend to have genetic flaws. Also, it is amazing how being able to understand hybridization flaws among animals can help scientists better understand hybridization in humans.
Okay. So now that we have a little bit of background and some insight into where your research began, what were your major findings with regard to the Highland and Sheepshead swordtail hybrid study?
Highland and sheepshead swordtail hybrids have two genes that interact, causing melanoma near the tails of the fish. Pure sheepshead swordtails have a non-cancerous black spot in the same area where the swordtail hybrids have their melanoma. The gene that causes this benign black spot is known as gene XMRK. Another gene known as CD97 in Highland swordtails interacts with gene XMRK in hybrids, causing melanoma. Also, it is interesting to point out that a gene related to CD97 has been known to cause cancer in humans.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Schumer. So now we'll move on to our second scientist, which is Dr. Keegan, and we'll ask her a few questions from her study. Dr. Keegan, what key molecules were involved with the incompatible alleles that caused the melanoma in the hybridized fish?
Well, there's a gene called XMRK that is linked to the development of melanoma. It's present in the tissue of the tail, and there's a great amount of expression, particularly where there's spotted tissue. A good example of this is when two species of swordfish, such as the maculatus and the helleri, produce an offspring. The melanoma will show itself in the F2 generation. And this is due to the XMRK from the maculatus interacting with some unknown locus from the helleri.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so Dr. Keegan, based off of what you said, how are the populations with individuals afflicted with melanoma shifted via processes such as natural selection?
Well, we've observed that populations of these fish are shifted as natural selection acts very strongly against hybrid fish with melanoma. This didn't come as a complete surprise to us, as melanoma is connected to the degradation of muscle tissue in the tail. We looked more into this and found that the affected fish have a slower reaction time to predators. Not to mention, the spots also make them more visible to predators, so this isn't a good mix.
Dr. Schumer's research sought to provide a genetic basis for this natural phenomena. In her 2020 research article, Natural Hybridization reveals incompatible alleles that cause melanoma in fish, Dr. Schumer provided an in-depth analysis of such genetic incongruence in the wild and urged the scientific community to further pursue the field of animal hybridization. It will be important looking forward for scientists to characterize genes other than XMRK, the one Dr. Schumer characterized, in order to learn more about this emerging field. Thank you so much to everyone who showed up for our segment today. Specifically, I would like to thank the scientists and the interviewers who did so much work behind the scenes to make this happen. My name is Maeve, Janecka, and I'm reporting live from CNN Atlanta. Thank you so much and have a lovely day.